because there's probably about 10 seconds where I'm fiddling with my Jimmy.
We'll just leave it playing.
Fiddling
That's
with,
the only way I can sync it up.
fiddling with my Jimmy here. Yeah, Maris just asked if she farted, will it pick it up on the microphones? And hers are probably crazy loud.
I've already picked it up with my nose.
Probably like a foghorn. So this is not really event 1 of Crash Crucible, but kind of. I like to use progressive overload, I guess is a word people would call it. But I'm
Turning
using
into Zach Tellinger.
Yeah, I'm
channel.
using the 105-pound dumbbell instead of the 100, so that when I use the 100 in competition, it feels very, very easy. And dumbbell exercises are typically a really big strong suit for me. Holy shit, we're 50 seconds in. I still haven't even started the clock. Dumbbell movements are typically a strong suit for me, but especially like single arm stuff like this, weird stuff. So I have a 105. I just wanted to use the 105. But this workout, specifically what we're doing, or what I'm doing, is every minute on the minute for 12 minutes, or 3 rounds actually, is 10 unbroken dumbbell clean and jerks on minute 1, 10 unbroken ring muscle ups on minute 2, 10 unbroken dumbbell snatches on minute 3, and then on the 4th minute rest. So this is kind of a pseudo Crash Crucible event 1 because the workout is 3 rounds for time, 10 dumbbell clean and jerks, 10 muscle ups, 10 snatches, rest a minute between rounds. So I was just feeling out, kind of touch and go, unbroken sets, and seeing how they felt.
Yeah, I mean, this could be the event. Like, you doing it still technically is the event. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just put time constraints on yourself.
Yeah. This was extremely easy, which was good. I had never done like a dumbbell clean and jerk like that before, so I was a little like, oh, this might be weird. That turned out to be the easiest part because you have this kind of moment where you are extending through the hips and the dumbbell's floating to the shoulders, and they can catch your breath a little bit and then jerk it overhead. It's like you just have this delayed moment where you're not, producing any power. So you're not expending any energy, whereas in the dumbbell snatch, it's like really high power output, lock out onto your next rep. There's almost like a break in the middle of the dumbbell clean and jerk, which is nice.
You were really sore this day too, right?
I was extremely sore. I remember I had done, it was Kill Taylor the day before this.
Yeah.
Which was 50 GHD, 35 cal ski, 20 muscle up, 35 cal ski, 50 GHD. And so every time on my backswing on my muscle ups, I felt like my abs were distending. They were just like crazy sore, which is weird. I just haven't been doing a ton of GHD still.
And these rings are a little low for you. Like, you can tell you're picking your toes up at the bottom of your kit.
Yeah, I was picking my toes up. I have one stumble on the dumbbell, and I believe it's on this set where it just like slips out of my hand a little bit. So at the bottom, I like...
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Where is it at? It's right here. No, it's on the next one. This one. Yep, my hand slipped, but I just got right back to it. But yeah, cool workout. It's going to be really painful on game day. My strategy is going to be pretty much just bend everyone else over, spread them wide.
That's probably a good
Put
call.
it deep.
Yeah.
And then I would say unbroken, touch and go, everything.
I would say no lubricant either. Probably.
Definitely no lube. I'm not even going to spit on it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I might cough on it.
You should put some like tree sap on it.
Someone,
make it really painful.
some pine tar.
Yeah.
Someone told me one of the other competitors was going to give me a run for my money on this workout, and it made me so mad. So maybe there will be a guy there that does, but I'll be butthurt if there is, because this is.
I think you should call your shot right now.
Yeah, I'm 100% calling my shot. I'm going to destroy everyone in this workout. It's not even going to be close. And by it's not even going to be close, no one's going to be within 10 seconds of me. And that's a long time on a workout like this.
Yeah.
So after the first round, I was like, wow, okay, this is not going to be very hard, but the first time I've done these movements, it's a heavier dumbbell.
It's definitely good to practice something like this with. I think the clean and jerks, I mean, I know you said they were the easiest part, but for me, like getting ready for a workout like this, I feel like the clean and jerks would be the most awkward movement that
You want to get
practicing
used to
it is worth it.
Yeah, and really the key to the movement is that transition from hip extension to receiving the bell at the shoulder. Where you receive it is so important so that you have a stable shelf, so to speak, to push the dumbbell up overhead with your legs and then lock it out. It's so critical where you receive the dumbbell. So practicing that's really good. And everybody's anatomy, like unilaterally shoulder to shoulder or hip to hip or knee to knee, everybody has differences from side to side or imbalances from side to side. So where you receive it with the left arm might be a little different than the right, and I found that a little bit true for me. So it just kind of getting used to each side. Like I float a little more on that left side, I think. Float up and back, and then on this side, it's a little quicker to the shoulder, and I don't know, just a little different. At least feels different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hit this. The muscle ups were pretty easy, so I don't expect those to be an issue on game day. What I think, to be honest, what I think the entire workout is going to be for a lot of guys is grip for sure, but then also just transition speed. Like, I think there will be a handful of guys that do everything unbroken, and I think it's going to come down to who gets to the rings first, who gets to the dumbbell snatch first. You know what I mean?
I think there'll be a big group in the middle of the leaderboard for this workout.
Yeah.
That goes unbroken, but just goes
Really slow. Yeah. I think that's what it'll come down to. I think there are going to be some guys that try to push it really hard to start.
And blow up?
Oh, for sure. Definitely that. But I think it's all about that third round, for sure. Second round, you can push the first round and still do pretty well with some drop-off, but minimal drop-off in the second round. But then there's a potential for massive explosion on that third round, and that's what I'm kind of concerned about, uncertain about. So I think for me it's definitely going to be a big by feel workout. I did this. Typically I'll do a workout straight through as is. This kind of was that. It was pretty much straight through. I just took some big rests. So I would say if we're giving it like a 1 out of 10 RPE, I would say this is probably like a 7.5, maybe a 7. Typically I like to hit a workout at like an 8.5, just to get a solid feel for it.
I feel like this one's a really good workout for you, though, which is less important to do as
right.
written.
And I did, so typically what I'll do is I'll run it straight through, like between a 7 and 8.5 rate of perceived exertion, or just difficulty effort. So I'm not doing a blackout effort that I can't replicate on game day, or that I won't be able to beat on game day. I always give it like a honest effort, but something that I know I can do better at. And so really what I've just done is give myself a feel for the sticking points, what I need to train, what I need to practice, what I need to focus on in competition, rather than, oh, I killed that workout in training, then on game day I'm a minute slower. Yeah. I think that's the dumbest thing. I hate when people do that.
And if you ever do that, don't tell people.
Don't.
Like, just shut up.
Don't be like, yeah,
no one cares that you did it.
Don't say, I'm a training athlete. I always do better in training. No, we don't. We don't want to hear that.
Those, like, post-event interviews, like, what happened? It's like, oh, I don't know. I went 2 minutes faster in training, man. Like, and then at the end of the weekend, just be like, yeah, those extra points, like, if I just had my training times. It's like, dude, shut up. You didn't have your training times.
If I just had my training times. That's crazy. Do people say that?
I've heard people say it.
Oh, gosh, I would lose it. So, good honest effort here. What do we got, about 3 minutes left on the video?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, awesome. So, coming up on round 3, my last set of muscle ups was a little challenging, but my last set of dumbbell exercises was the easiest. I felt the best on those. Like, they just felt the smoothest.
Yeah.
And I
think that's kind of the whole point of doing this, is just getting used to that.
Right. And I felt like you will see my last set of dumbbell snatches. I murdered it. I did them very fast. They were very smooth. I felt really confident. I was bracing really well. These were good too. There might have been one slip up on this set. Yeah, it was there, where I just caught it really low. But then the rest were really smooth. Wearing my Rad 1s. Got my NorCal Classic shirt on. Shout out Ben Alderman, Blair Morrison. Great competition. This is at Crash, but I brought my own dumbbell because JR doesn't have a 105. And that's why when you see in the video and you complain about me dropping it, you just shut the hell up. It's mine.
Yeah.
So I can do whatever I want. Okay. But it is JR's flooring, so hopefully I didn't mess his flooring up. This is where the money's made on game day. You drop the dumbbell, and who's going to be the first to get on the rings in the third round? Not going to be any question about who that's going to be. It's definitely going to be me.
You think Colton's watching this video?
Oh, he 100% should watch it. But Colton, you shouldn't try to strategize at all from this video because you can't do what I can do on this workout. So just anything I'm saying doesn't apply to you. Tristan Harrison, you can probably watch it.
I think Tristan Harrison should probably
He's a female.
try to do the first round faster than anyone else,
Yeah.
and then that'll lead to a good outcome.
That's probably what he will do. He's a big a big proponent of that on Kill Taylor. So what I typically do, I talked about running the event straight through. That's what we're doing here. Then I'll say, okay, where do I need to practice? What do I need to do? And I'll create some workouts or training pieces to develop my ability on this particular workout. Today I did an EMOM of this workout, and it was one of the hardest EMOMs I've ever done. I don't know if I want to tell people because I'm kind of embarrassed that it was that hard, but also
it was just
stupid how much volume it was.
With more volume.
It was double the volume. So total, it was 60 dumbbell clean and jerks, 60 muscle ups, and 60 dumbbell snatches. And I finished, and for like the first 2 hours after that training session today, I went home to take a nap. I'm like laying in bed, and I didn't even want to pick my shoulders up. I just felt destroyed. So that was good. My back feels fine now. Took a nap, came back, hit the class workout, and we're done. So this is 2024 Crash Crucible Event 1 Dumb Standard.